Hi, welcome to the channel, and of course the enhanced version of the game if you're on PC. I missed launch day pretty much. I've had very little time at all to do anything, but I hope you guys are enjoying it. I really wanted to get you a build out before the weekend. So, just so you're aware, if you do House Time Trial you get this, which is the fully upgraded Karen S95. I can't wait to get stuck into that car, but other than driving it, I haven't had a chance. Looking forward to a build. Now, I think the Pontiac GTO, the Arbiter GT here, I think that looks absolutely fantastic. I really like the look of this. I haven't even driven it yet, but we will be having a build. And then this is, of course, the subject car for today, the Coquette D5 or the Corvette C6. I wasn't happy with the way I filmed the build video, so I'm sorry the car is already built. But I'm exceptionally pleased. Let's get it into the workshop and let's talk about what this build actually is. So what we have here is a GT1 Championship edition of the car. So this car was really built to celebrate the racing car, the C6R of the time. However, this is not a race car, it's simply really a paint and stickers job on the standard Corvette of the time. It was a fairly simple car in reality, it's therefore also a fairly simple build. Let's just rattle on quickly through it. I have maxed this car, by the way, and I have driven it quite a bit, and I'm very pleased with the way it drives. I had a bit of track footage. Again, I don't think I'll put this in here, but yeah, the car is secure. It takes an awful lot to push the back out. It's relatively good on the bumps. The brakes seem to work. It's pretty quick. I do like driving this car. But on to the important part then. Starting with the exhaust, I do think you have two choices on the exhaust. There is this slash cut element to them, and that's the only reason I didn't go stock, because I really like the end pipes on stock. So you can either go double exhausts or twin round bore. I can barely tell the difference, and I went with double exhausts. On the grille I'm stock because I should have a hexagonal mesh here, which we do, with about 3 slightly bolder plastic uprights. In here, all the bits of plastic you lay on top I think are just too much for this particular car, so stock. The hood is also stock. I think it's a nice selection of hoods that you get on the car, but being a stock car you can imagine this is a stock hood. If you look head on, that's a little bulge there, it's about right. I'm still stock on the lights. The livery, I'll work backwards just so you can see the sort of liveries that are available on this car. I won't spend too long because undoubtedly you've seen some build videos by now. Incidentally, if you want to see a blue version of the car, like a ZR1 type build, that's what I was going to do, but I was beaten to it by Rico82 and Mr. Strickler, both content creators, both friends of the channel, and you can go to either of their sites for a blue build. I think it's probably the Jetstream blue they were going for. That's certainly what I would have done. Anyway, moving on. Black stripes is the one that we are going for, and of course it's really nice around this part of the hood here. This bit should be silvery. This is instead of the writing, so that's pretty good, because we don't have a painted roof with a big black piece coming through. This is just a limitation of the particular car, of course. Can I assume these are lift-out roof panels for real? If you've got a Corvette or know more about Corvettes, let me know. And there should be a black bit here. So it's not perfect, but this is very close to the livery that we want. For the mirrors, you just want stock for the painted mirrors. For the plate, put your choice of plate on. The rear diffusers is the only part of this car that I think is a bit silly. Most things on the car look really close to real life or plausible. Most of these don't. Anyway, we're on a stock rear diffuser. For respray, I reckon you've got two choices. I like this colour, but let's look at what else you could do. If I'm building a, say, this one or a C7R, C8R, something like that, I would often go with race yellow, and race yellow is actually pretty good, and you can put this one on, I think, and be very happy. If you back it off to yellow, it's too orangey. But I've always felt, perhaps, that these builds are sort of between race yellow and yellow. And that's where this colour comes in. That's a crew colour, and it is halfway between the two colours. If you see my crew colours video, I took the hexes for the two GTA colours from the Justin R512 website, and I averaged them out on the Colour Blender website. So that's where the colour came from. So I say go with my crew colour or race yellow and put it onto the secondary as well. For the skirts, again, it's a lovely subtle selection of skirts as you go through them all, and we are simply going stock without that skirt. For the splitters, I would like a subtle plastic lip splitter. I'm fairly sure it's plastic anyway on the real car. The plastic lip splitter we get here is a little bit bold, but that's what we're going for. But again, the bulk of the ones here, some are a little over the top, but the bulk of the ones are fairly sensible. For the spoiler, you can't have primary. This is why we have the secondary as the colour. The secondary rounded ducktail is the one I really like and I think is a bit closer, but there's also a secondary not rounded. You see it's a little bit sharper. I just felt the rounded was closer from the photos that I had, but your mileage may vary. But again, look at the selection of spoilers. There's nothing really too crazy. It's rather nice. Suspension, I've gone down to street. I think that just looks better, but without going, you know, the sort of real lower competition. For the wheels, just going to Sport, Chrome, Synthetic Z. I think this wheel is exceptionally close. Now, I'll level with you. The first time I built the car, I put on the Chrome Mercies, but I think I just threw away 51 grand because I think the Synthetic Z is the closer wheel. Finally, I put a light smoke on the windows. The pictures I've shown you, they are the sort of promotional pictures, so maybe the tint isn't quite there as much in reality, I don't know, but it suits the car and it's on those photos. Okay, so that's the build, which I hope you enjoyed. I'd love to know down below what you think of the colour. Would you go for that, or would you just go the race yellow? Also be very interested to know how you've built yours, because I got the car with my 1 month of GTA Plus subscription. I can get as many of these as I want. I picked up a couple, to be honest, but I want to build more, so I'd love your opinion on the car. Now, on Sunday, if you're watching this sort of relatively live, this Sunday, I've got my Chevrolet garage tour, which is 20 cars, so I hope you can join me for that one. There are a couple in this sort of C7, C8 type series, but the C6, this one, is not in the tour. And I know I said I was going to wait on this car for the tour, but then I realised that it is my 2024/2025 garage tour. It's a garage tour of my garages as they have been before they get changed again. And this is a brand new car. It didn't really fit with the timing of that garage tour. So in fact, I picked up another C7 during the time they were available again recently. I built the C7R edition on that car. I think probably in just race yellow. That's in the garage where the C6 was going to go. I think that makes more sense. So that's coming on Sunday. And then, well, as to all these other cars and other things, I will just do my best to get something out as soon as I can. It's just time pressure at the moment. But again, if you have a really good Corvette build that you think I could put on my second one, pop it in the comments and I'd appreciate it. Okay, enough rambling. It's time to go. Thank you so much for watching.